Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to some 100% all keys racing. I'm your host, Trav. I'm about to tell them we are ready. And good luck, have fun to all the racers. I need some game audio here for all of y'all. I'll get it really fast here. Pro streamer. There we go. All right. And it looks like we're off. It looks like Joe Sub 80 King gonna be doing the J step. Jay will also be doing the J step. Everyone else, it looks like they're going for traditional strats here. How's the sound level for everything, y'all? Let's see. No bag for Gob. I didn't see Coin Chaser or Shadow. Let's see. Oh, Coin Chaser going for the Forest bag. Gets a little bop there. Shadow just going straight in with a 50. It looks like Shadow rolled the dice, got the 50. Will be 50 XP ahead. How did Gob get 89? Did Gob also get a bag? I didn't see. I was like, why is it so loud in my headphones? It's because I can turn it down in my headphones. Joe Sub 80 King is in P1 along with J-Dubs. Hold on, let me fix Gob stream here. Sorry about that. Looks a little crazy. Let's see here. Looks like Coin and Shadow. Oh, Shadow gets hit. Coin made it through and is into P1. The fastest of those that went for the traditional Magic Cave bag. Gob with a good dodge there. So some races are 30 seconds ahead due to a route divergence. Joe Sub 80 King and J-Dubs both went for J start, whereas Shadow, Gob, and Coin Chaser all did your traditional Magic Cave first. Alright, let's look at points here. It looks like Gob and Coin both got a bag. It looks like Shadow did not. This is your, hold on. I apologize. Sorry about that, y'all. Gob was cut off a little bit there. You can see his head in the corner. Go to his channel and say we can see your head. It's bald. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I mean, you can if you want. But this is your typical P1. For those that got the 50 bag, we're looking for at least one big bag for J-Dubs and Joe. They are both going to need a 50 bag to get attack 4 out of here. So we'll be looking for them to get 2 bags, and every other runner just needs 1, except for Shadow will also need 2. No, this is a full race. You will see this game to completion with 5 racers. Very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. J-Dubs gets a jar, so confirmed attack 3 here. I did not see what Joe got. That's right. Enjoy some filet of fish. Enjoy your evening. Pop some popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. This one's gonna be at least 1 hour long. So if you're gonna do a pee break, you better do it now. Joe gets a bag. Needs at least 1 more. Or a lucky 50. J-Dub skipping everything, saying, I'm taking my attack 3 and getting out of P1. Why stay in here any longer than I need to? Shadow took life 2. I'm assuming that means he's confirmed going to be attack 3, or just needed the life level. Also a great strat in racing. It looks like J-Dub's got a bag, so he will have... Oh, no. I lied. He did not get a bag. Will be attack 3. Joe, on the other hand, looks like he did get a bag, but took life 2. Does he have enough? He does have enough. He will have attack 4 out of P1. It looks like... Let's see here. It looks like Coin did not get the first bag. Oh, and takes a death. Not something you want to see in a race. Now, just to go over the race rules with everyone, this is not a 1cc race. You do not have to finish 1cc. But if you die in a palace, you must go back to that palace. And if you die in the overworld, you must go back to that tile that you died on. If you die in a palace, you just have to go back to the palace. Alright, Shadow will have attack 4 out of P1. Coin will also have attack 4. And it looks like so will Gob. So I believe this is going to be everybody attack 4 versus J-Dubs with, unfortunately, attack 3. Now, we will also see another route divergence here. Coin, Shadow, and Gob are all going to go to Trophy Cave, whereas J-Dubs and Joe are both going to go to town, get the shield spell, and then they are going to go to Magic Cave. After Magic Cave, then they will hit Trophy Cave and into Jump Cave. All of our runners will converge at P3. So normally we say when the runners take the drop, that's when everyone is back on the same track. And as far as I know, no one does early fire, so we should all be on track after P3 drop. Alright, we're in town with Shadow. We're gonna get some Nikes. Air Jordan on the side. We're gonna be doing some jumping. What are the newest, latest, and greatest shoes, y'all, so I can stop using Air Jordans as a reference? Our, I don't know. I don't know shoes. Somebody give me a popular shoe that makes you jump high. It looks like Coin is the first out of Jump Town, making his way into Jump Cave. All of these rooms are pretty standard. We have toenail throwers and a few Octorocks. Ooh, Shadow got the teleporting louder there. Went right through the rocks. J-Dubs and Joe on everyone's heels, but remember, they already have shield, which is about a 60-second time loss at this point, but they'll make it up before P3. Shadow and Coin on their way to Bagoo. Bagoo being very generous to Shadow and J-Dubs. And it looks like Coin made it through. Oh no, Joe! Let's see how nice Bagoo is to Gob. Gob doing some reading. Oh, gets caught. That encounter could have literally gone anywhere except into Gob. And here comes Joe. Joe taking the high road. Gob in to see Bagoo. Doesn't talk to him very long. That is standard practice, though. Oh, Joe gets caught right at Bagoo's house. Oh, and takes an unfortunate death. We now see J-Dubs and Shadow looking for mirrors under a table. I'm not sure why you would place a mirror under a table, but that's where they found it. They will talk to the old man, get the life spell, and make their way over to Death Mountain. Now, those of you watching at home, not knowing what Death Mountain is, this is the first level spike in Zelda 2 for most casual runners. This is one of the hardest parts of the game. You're a little underpowered, don't have a lot of magic, don't have a lot of life. For our runners, we are also handicapped. While we do have a lot of attack points, as you can see, their life and magic is severely underrated for what you should be going into Death Mountain. But all of our runners are going to charge forward, 0 deaths, and make it to hammer. Now, we try to record everyone's hammer time. It's just a fun thing we do here on the channel. Looks like Coins through the first rooms. Shadow and Jay are shortly behind. And Gob is just now making his way into Vanilla DM. I don't know if he actually knows the way through Vanilla DM, but we'll see. Those of you playing at home, Gob is a rando player. A very good one at that. Most runners in here want to see two 200-point bags. Unless they're on low life, then they want a jar. But normally we would like to see two 200 bags here. The bags drop on the 6th large enemy kill and the 6th small enemy kill, but they're two separate counters. Now this toenail thrower here is a problem. Shadow gets through it pretty cleanly. J-Dubs got hit by the bat, but not the toenail thrower. Now it looks like Coin, Jay, and Shadow all in the same room. Joe is passing a fish bridge. And Gob is into the toenail thrower room. Let's see. Easy. Easy for Gob. Easy game. Doesn't even get hit by a bat there. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Can anyone confirm with me on whether or not Jay has clean audio or not? Does anyone know? I can check real fast. Yep, it looks like Jay does have clean audio, so I'm going to swap over to Jay's channel. Alrighty. Oh, it looks like Gob had a game over, unfortunately. And we'll have to go all the way back through Death Mountain. Jay got the hammer. Shadow has the hammer. Coin has the hammer. And Joe on the way to grab the hammer. Yeah, that's an unfortunate death. If I'm not mistaken, though, this is Gob's first time racing vanilla. Yes, J-Dubs has shield, and so does Joe. I do believe this is Gob's first time racing vanilla. I could be wrong on that. At least a full all keys run. But a very seasoned Z2R runner. J-Dubs making his way out of Death Mountain through the back door. Shadow also, as well as Coin Chaser. Joe has the hammer and also on his way out. Oh, I apologize, Gob. It looks like you were in the tourney a couple years back. Thank you, Tabby. You'll see a little route divergence. Coin got the extra one up. J-Dubs and Shadow choosing not to. And Shadow and J-Dubs are on their way to pick up some medicine. Joe is out of Death Mountain. And Gob is about to re-enter Death Mountain. Yes, Golden Girl, J-Dubs, and Joe both have the shield spell. J-Dubs grabbing the medicine. Shadow taking a death abuse on purpose. Also with the medicine, and Coin Chaser also on his way out with the meds. Joe making his way into Med Cave. Now, J-Dubs is into what I call Downstab Town. I don't know if y'all know this, but we get Downstab here. Well, I don't know that Joe added Joe Sub 80 King to his name. Maybe the restreamer did that. Maybe. Could possibly be. But a little known fact in this game, if you press down after talking to that dude, you can downstab. There's one more item J-Dubs has to do in this town, and that's pick up the fairy spell, because without the fairy spell, unfortunately, you can't make it to P3, and since we're doing a bunch of chores, we might as well do all the chores at one time. Coin Chaser and Shadow also having the downstab. Gob about halfway through Death Mountain here, and Joe on his way to pick up the downstab. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was intentional from J-Dubs. He's going to go straight to P2. That is correct. And I'm not 100% sure, but I believe Joe gets the heart first. Oh, it looks like Coin got caught, but also on his way to get heart. And J-Dubs into P2. Now in P2, this is where the announcer likes to talk about his favorite movies. And one of my favorite movies is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I'm a big fan of it. I like the way it's put together. I like the visuals. It's just, I think it's an all-around good movie. Now, chat, what is your favorite movie? Shadow with all kinds of spawns around him. Made it into P2. Coin Chaser also making it into P2. It looks like Gob has the hammer and is on his way out. And Joe just picked up the heart and is on the way out. Ooh, the Fugitive Future Rush. That's a good one. Oh, come on, Joe. You can do it. Oh, there we go. A clean walk into P2 for Joe. Everyone except Gob is into P2 here. Jay has plenty of points. Joe has plenty of points. Shadow has plenty of points. And so does Coin. Gob having to go back through Death Mountain should have plenty of points, but we'll see when he gets on this fish bridge here. Yep, plenty of points for Gob. Oh, No Country for Old Men is one of my also favorites. My favorite part of that movie is What Don't You Want? There's a woman, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's not really a spoiler to the movie, but it's a spoiler of the scene. There's these two guys, and they're ordering food from this lady, from the waitress. And the first thing she says to both of them is, "What don't you want?" They both look at her, confused, and try to start ordering some food. And she goes, "I asked, what don't you want?" And it's one of the best scenes in any movie. If you just want to see that clip, you can type in waitress scene from No Country for Old Men. It's the first thing that pops up. Gob on his way to pick up the medicine. Everyone's still in P2. J-Dubs has the item. Chat, what was the item in P2? That's right, the glove. Mark it on your trackers. Yeah. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. Yeah, Gob is in peak performance right now. J-Dubs is on his way to the boss. Coin and Shadow in a very close race here, with Joe not far behind, but remember, Joe has shield. Gob talking to Downstab Man and making his way over to Fairy Spell and into P2. J-Dubs fighting the P2 boss like it's no big deal. That's because no one dies to Helmet Head. Get your peak emotes out for Gob. Alright, Will J-Dubs. I didn't curse it. I didn't curse it because I didn't finish it. I thought in my head, will he get the level up in Heart Cave? But I didn't say it out loud. Not a commentator's curse if I don't say it out loud. Gob and J-Dubs will high five in this room. The only difference is J-Dubs has also done P2. Now, Coin Chaser, Shadow, and Joe all very close here. Shadow has taken down the P2 boss. Coin in the P2 boss room. Fighting all Helmet Head. Joe digging for a jar here. And I believe everyone will leave with attack 6. Should be no problem. Jay through the drop and on his way into P3, so Jay officially in the lead. Gob just making his way into P2. That is correct, John. He does late heart to set up the tomb walk. Now, Joe on his way, he will go straight to P3. Joe has already picked up the heart. Coin and Shadow both picking up their shield spell. Gob in the basement of P2. Joe gets an encounter here. Shadow on his way out of Shield Town. Oh, Shadow gets hit, but Joe's on his way to the drop. Joe makes it in first. Shadow right behind him. Coin right behind them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tight race here between those three racers. Looks like Joe's gonna make it into P3 first, followed by Shadow. And then by Coin. Oh, J-Dubs, every part of that room made me nervous. Not gonna lie. Good kills, made it out without getting hit. Yes, Late Bit. This is all of these runners' first playthroughs. They're all doing it live. Looks like Shadow and Joe are on this upstairs key room at about the same time. Shadow just about a level up behind. That's about 3 seconds. Coin also into the same room. J-Dubs in the basement on his... Ooh, I thought Joe was gonna get taken out by a bot there. Good stabbing. Jay on his way into Rebo's lair. Everybody get your buy horsies ready. Everybody watch J-Dubs. This will not take long. Bye, horsey. And J-Dubs out of P3. Coin Chaser, Shadow, and Joe all in the same room. Gob making his way through P2 still. On his way to grab the last key, and then he'll be headed into Helmet Head. All three of our racers in P3 have continuously stayed in about the same room. J-Dub's on his way through the Green Mile. Oh no! Takes an unfortunate encounter there. I don't know if he had a desync or what there. And the Gob takes down Billy Corrigan. Oh, Coin takes a death to Rebo. Still has 3 lives, including this one, so. Shadow and Joe, both out of P3. And buy horsey for Coin. Yo, welcome in, Raiders. We have a very exciting race. We have J-Dubs, Joe Sub 80 King, Gob, Shadow, and Coin all doing some 100% all keys. J-Dubs has a pretty large lead here. Coin, Shadow, and Joe are all within a couple of screens of each other, and unfortunately, Gob had a little bit of trouble in Death Mountain and took a game over, so had to redo Death Mountain. and is on his way into P3. Let's see what Jay goes for here. Goes for the D and got it. We'll see how Jay's LZ is here. Took an extra step. Got the double spawn. Let's go. Free and easy, ladies and gentlemen. Jay made that look free and easy. Gob into P3. Joe, Shadow, and Coin all about to do their own LZs. While J-Dubs is on his way into P4. Those of you not familiar with Zelda 2, it looks like Jay took the longest way around the maze, but it's actually the fastest with all the encounters in between. There's Jay's drop, so he does have Eco Key drop set up. It looks like Shadow is preferring the stabs. To start his LZ run. Let's see what Joe goes for here. Joe also with the D. That's 2 Ds today. Double Ds, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what Coin goes for. Corn goes for Mao. It's very cat-like. Shadow with the... Also a perfect LZ. Let's go. Look at Coins here. Also going for the train stop. Double spawn. Oh, didn't quite hesitate long enough on the double spawn. And it looks like Joe is through. We have a race, ladies and gentlemen. Now, currently, we have J-Dubs in the lead. Shadow, followed by Joe, Coin, and then Gob. About to make his way to Rebo. Looks like Gob's going for the safe strats here. This is the problem with the safe strats. While they are safe, Rebo can just troll the snot out of you. Now that all 4 of our racers are into P4, this is where we talk about the color variations. We've got Joe's with kind of a... almost like a sun-kissed color, if you were going to call it a grape drink. I'd call that like a sun-kissed purple. Jay's is a little more mellow. I'm going to go with like a Welch's grape juice, maybe? It's a little more saturated on my end. Shadow's is a little more darker. That's a lot of sugar, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know what a drink with a lot of sugar looks like, just look at Shadow's purple on that screen. That's gotta be... I'm gonna say like... Fanta Extra. And the extra means extra sugar. Now if we look at Coins... Coins is a little brighter. Let's see. It's not quite as bright as Joe's. And I believe Joe's was sun-kissed. Let's see. Not quite Welch's either. That's more of a J-Dubs. J-Dubs has Welch's, you know, locked in. Coins Purple is a really refined grape jelly. Like, think Smucker's grape jelly. Coins Purple is the best. It's so good, we can't even name it a drink. It could be Gatorade also. I go with that. I'm good with Gatorade. But it's also the color of a really good, just grape jelly. You know, it's just, Gob is on his way to save Dave. Everybody say hi to Dave. Hi, Dave. Bye, Dave. J-Dubs is on his way to the Wizrobe Master. This is the Grapes Palace Future Rush, and we are required as commentators to talk about grape things while in the Grape Palace. We used to grade people's digs with golf scores. I'm not sure if we're still doing that or not. J-Dub's doing the traditional Karok here. It was also bowling. You dropped the grapes for purple. End up whining about it. I see what you did there. J-Dub's out of P4 with the boots. We can now walk on water. Because that's naturally what boots make you do, is walk on water. J-Dub's into Palace 5. That was a short walk with water boots here. Now, I believe J-Dubs is going to do a trick that we call Eco Key in this next room, and what he's going to do is wait for a bubble, and then he's going to smash Link's face into the bubble, and he's going to jump way higher than he's supposed to. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he tried the remix. Didn't quite land it. Looks like... looks like, unfortunately, Coin has had to forfeit. Not exactly sure what happened here. I'm sorry about that, Coin. You will be missed. Give me a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, and I will rearrange our racers here so they're a little bit easier to see. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened to Coin, but unfortunately he had to bow out. Oh, down to last life, I see. Yeah, that can be tough. Has Coin been in races before, Vaughn? Do you know if he knew if it was not 1cc? That might have made a little bit of a difference. Okay. Alright. So, Coin, if you are watching this back, like I explained in the beginning, all races, we normally race this category as 1cc, which means 1 credit clear, which means you cannot game over. But just like Gob is continuing here, if you game over in a palace, you have to go back to the palace. If you game over in the overworld, you have to go back to the tile that you died on. So, I believe Joe missed Eco Key, and so Joe is trying to get enough points to where he can cast Jump. So he's gonna have to kill a Moa here in order to get enough points to have enough magic to cast Jump to get a key coming up. There we go, he got the kill. And now he'll have enough magic to cast Jump here. Yeah, I'm not sure, how close Jay is to PB. Let's see. Yep, Jay is on pretty good pace. He's showing +5 on his splits. So very much PB pace. Alright, where is everybody? Jay has a commanding lead. Shadow is on his way to get the flute, and Joe is on his way to the flute. Gob is still making his way through P4. Jay has grabbed his last key and will be making his way. What is this boss name? Guma. Alright, here comes Guma, ladies and gentlemen. Guma down. Oh, it looks like Jay may have lost a little bit of time there in P5. I'm showing him at, I believe that's plus 15 on his splits. Still PBable. Let's go, Jay. Get that race PB. Looks like Shadow's back on his way in P5 from collecting the flute. Jay will be taking the level ups here in town. We take the level ups in town because the fanfare is much shorter. I believe it saves like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 seconds, somewhere in there. It saves a bunch of time. Oh no, Gob took another death. Shadow grabbing his last key and on his way to Guma. And Joe shortly behind Shadow. Here comes the River Devil skip for Jay. Wow, that was a fast spawn. Made it through easily. And on his way to the Lord Doo-Doo Walk. Shadow takes down Guma. And Jay with a flawless Lord Doo-Doo Walk. Now, some of you in chat may be asking, why do we call it the Lord Doo-Doo Walk? Well, a bunch of us runners were watching Dude stream, and he was doing this walk. And so we started calling it the Dude Walk, because we all did the old school bridge strats. Well, Lordo started streaming again and was like, hey, I'm the one that came up with that walk. What the heck? So, some of us were calling it the Lordo Walk. Some of us were calling it the Dude Walk. So then we just combined it to the Lord Doo-Doo Walk. And we call it Doo-Doo at the end because it's really hard. It's kind of complicated. And it's ruined lots of runs. J-Dub's picking up the spell. The spelliest spell in all of the spell towns. Is that going to be on the test? Absolutely not. just a lot of times when I watch a speed run that I'm not exactly sure what's going on and somebody, calls out a strat. I just like to know the origins of it. And here comes Shadow with his River Devil skip. Oh, also with a fast spawn. Will he go for a second try? It looks like it. Oh, come on, spawns. Nope, they were not nice. Looks like Shadow will be also on to the Lord Doodoo Walk. And Joe will be hitting up River Devil skip. Gob has grabbed the plunger and is on his way into Guma. Oh, it looks like Joe went a little early. Shadow doing some dodges. Great dodges by Shadow. Joe went for the second try and got it. J-Dub's grabbing the heart. I did not see if he did the slinks. I would say yes because I didn't hear encounters in my headphones, and is on the way to P6. Joe with some tactical movement there. Will he? Yes! Makes his way. Oh, Jay! Oh, Jay scared me. Almost fell down my hole. That would have been terrible. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for Jay to fall down my hole. All right. Shadow on his way to get Spell. Joe just making his way into New Kasuto. All right, here comes our second Rebo. Well, Jay, that's just not fair. I mean, I don't even think... Oh! 3 Trav grabs for show. Jay, you just showing off now. Just showing off. And he didn't even give Rebo a chance to set up there. Oh, 1 man for Jay. 2 men for Jay. Gets the jar. Y and P5 is grabbing the key upstairs first. Called terrorist strats? Okay. So in P5, if you grab the key first, you're playing the game wrong. The game never wanted you to grab the key first. It always wants you to grab the plunger first. So if you grab the key first, you're basically playing the game wrong. And so it's basically a terroristic threat against the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just insulting everyone if you grab the key first. Small disclaimer, if you grab the key first, It's neither faster nor slower. Some people just prefer it that way. I always tell runners, if you're going to grab the key first, do it that way every time. If you're going to grab the plunger first, do it that way every time, because if you mix strats, one day you will either forget the plunger or you will forget the key. Some of our top runners grab the key first, some of them grab the flute first. It's just a matter of preference. Some people are team flute, some people are team key. And I don't know if you've realized this or not, but all of us speedrunners are pretty competitive. Terror Strats is a bit strong CF. I do agree. J-Dub's on his way into the... Well, he didn't even let me finish. The third Rebo fight. You are bad and should feel bad. Hashtag Justin Man. Sorry, didn't mean to call you out there. No, it's just a fun thing that we do, ladies and gentlemen. Team Key versus Team Plunger. Oh no! Joe fell down the trav hole! Everyone get your claps out for Joe. Falling down the trav hole. J-Dubs is done with P6. Shadow has the cross and is on his way to grabbing a jar. Gob is done with P5. Now, J-Dubs is in the most important room of the game. And the reason it's the most important room of the game, it's because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have thunder. We can now finish the game. J-Dubs is on his way to the hardest part of the game. He'll be crossing a few fish bridges here, and then he's on his way to VOD. That is an acronym for Valley of Death. It is appropriately named. It is the killer of a lot of runs, and those that play casually, good luck. Jay setting up a slink here in the grass tile. Gets a back spawn. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect hesitation. He does a little jump there so he gets the spawn early. Unfortunately, that was a back spawn, but he got one here. Now, these are forced encounters that we are choosing to take these encounters instead. Jay using some beam strats expertly through VOD here. Oh, come on, eyeballs. And this is all of our friend Max. Everyone say hi to Max. Max was nice. And Jay will kill this guy and make his way into GP. For those wondering, Jay is plus 15 on his splits right now. What a run. Shadow is crossing a fish bridge and will be picking up Thunder. Joe is killing his last Rebo. That is correct. J-Dubs could possibly sub 75 in this race. Joe into Barba. Joe with a perfect sock there. Gotta love it. Shadow on his way to a couple of fish bridges. And making his way into VOD. Ooh, these heads giving Jay the business here. Bad bot, but Jay made it through. Shadow getting hit here on his first encounter. Jay into Scott Bicula's room. Ooh. Look at that tink. 2 tinks. That's what I'm talking about. Shadow gone to some spell strats. And Joe making his way onto a fish bridge. Shadow's about to meet Max here. Jay through the last Faka and on his way. Used fairy. Let's go. So Jay will have enough for Reflect, Jump, and Thunder, or Jump, Shield, and Thunder, but can't cast everything. He decides to go with Jump, Reflect, and Thunder. One cycle T-Bird, let's go. Shadow making his way into the 11.5 second room of nothingness. Jay about to fight Darklink. Come on, you troll. GG's Jay with an official race time of 115.06, 75.06. That is J-Dub's personal best for 100% all keys on racetime.gg. Unfortunately, it's not a PB for Jay, but GG's first place. What a run. I'll switch over audio here to Shadow. GG's J-Dubs. Always a pleasure to have you. An attack 3, missed eco key 75. What a run, my dude. Shadow through Scott Bekula's room here, and on his way has all... I'm not sure if Shadow has an extra life or not, but it looks like he's setting himself up for a death abuse. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Made it through. All right. All right, we can breathe now, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, Shadow was setting himself up for a death abuse there. We'll get full refills. Squeesh. That was a good squeesh. Shadow on his way. Into T-Bird. Shadow took down T-Bird. Did a Trav grab for show. Thank you for showing off, Shadow. I appreciate it. GG Shadow with an official time of 79:14. What a run. Joe is on his way through the last Faka here, and Gob going to the most important room of the game. Joe also grabbing the 1-up. I'm assuming he will also take a death abuse. Ferrying over all this nonsense. Thank you so much, J-Dubs. We really appreciate you coming by and racing. Thank you so much. Super impressive to watch, Jay. As always, thank you so much. Squeesh by Joe. And making his way to grab the last jar here. And he gets it. Let's go, Joe. Gob making his way into Valley of Death. Joe taking down Thunderbird like a pro. And getting life 6. Look at that. On his way into Dark Link here. Oh, look at the jumps. That's so hard to do. GG's Joe with an official race time of 82:46. Dark Link is down. Get your GG's out for Joe. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you for coming out and racing. Gob is on his way into Death Mount, or into GP. Let's see. Jay really started to pull away after P2. He didn't have quite as many encounters coming out of P2 as you did, and just really started to pull away there. But it was fairly close. Now the difference was Jay had attack 3 and you had attack 4. But yes, Jay was very much in the lead for most of the race. I'm sorry we don't have any sound here. Joe, do you have clean audio? You're still here. Professional streamer, y'all. Here, I'm gonna play some oh, that's super loud. Sorry. Play some Zelda music here for y'all. Only because I know Gob does not have clean audio. Yeah, Gob's on his final life. Let's go, Gob. Yeah, Joe, did you hit Eco Key? I didn't see. I apologize. Or if I called it, I don't remember because my brain is fried. I've been awake since 3:30 a.m. this morning. Oh, it was a big miss. Oh, that's right. We did comment about you having to grind for magic. I apologize. All right, it looks like Gob is going to make his way past this last spicy chicken. Is he gonna have enough for his level up here? Yes. Let's see. It looks like y'all all get to see the pendulum strat here from Gob. This is where we swing T-Bird back and forth. All the fireballs miss. And Gob takes down T-Bird with no problem. Yes, that exactly. The rando experience coming in clutch. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alrighty, Gob finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 1:28:50. GG's, Gob. Thank you so much for racing. We really appreciate it. All of you that are new to this channel, we do race every Monday at around this time. Normally we are in the Cheeseballs channel. I'm going to send y'all all over to Gob. He is for mature audiences only. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Thank you all the racers. Thank you, chat. We love you all. We will see y'all next Monday. Peace.